Hi everyone, welcome back to my Diary of Dabbles. My name is Sarah and I'm so glad that you clicked on this video. So I was thinking I could finally show you guys my official planner and journal lineup for 2026. I'm super excited. I cannot wait to get these books cracked open and start writing in them. And so I figured I could show you guys what I'm planning on using. So if you're a paper person who likes to talk about all things paper planning, journaling, stationery, I hope you stick around and continue watching this video. So I think what I want to start off with is the Hobonichi Cousin. So I got the Hobonichi Cousin for the first time this year and I am super excited. I've mentioned this in a previous video, but I'm planning on using the Cousin as a memory keeper. I'm a stay-at-home mom to two small kiddos and I really want to capture our days and moments together better in here in this book. And so anyways, I went with the Cousin because I liked that it could be one book sitting on the shelf that I could pull out and like reflect on the whole year, like the year as a whole. And so anyways, I have some thoughts on how I want to set it up that I can kind of go over with you guys before I do my actual setup video. So stay tuned for that because I'd love to show you guys the completed setup. But for the yearly calendar, I was going to do cycle tracking on this side. So just putting a dot on the days that I am having a period. And then on this side, I don't necessarily need 2025 or 2027 calendars. And so I was thinking just covering it up with like a mood board. I have one created on Canva that I just need to reprint. And so I could cut that out and tape it over because like I said, these aren't going to get used, so I'd rather put something down that I am going to use. Then we have the yearly index, and I believe I got this idea from Heidi's Planning here on YouTube, or maybe a different creator, but they do like a reading log, and I love that idea. I wanted to do a reading journal, but since I'm already implementing a lot of new books this year, I just kept it really simple and just decided to put it in here, which I think is a great idea. So the thought is that anytime I start a new book, I would just write the title on the day that I started, put an arrow for how long it took me to read, and note it that way. These boxes down here, these boxes down here will just be maybe my TBR list. I don't know for sure yet, but the top 3 boxes will be my top 3 reads of the month, or if I only read 3 books, they'll just go up there. So you get January through June on this page and then July through December on this page. And I'm so sorry if you can hear that squeaking. My chair is exceptionally squeaky right now. But anyways, then we get to the monthly spreads. So this is December 2025. What I was thinking for this one specifically is doing like a 2026 bingo board. I don't know that I'm going to set up hard and fast goals for myself this year just because I've done that in years past and I'm not the best at sticking to my goals all the time. And I give myself grace just because the season of life that I'm in, my goals kind of have to change to a certain degree with small kids. Like life is always changing so quickly. But anyways, this will be just like a bingo board. So 30 things that I want to accomplish in 2026. They could be simple as like going to the movies, going to a concert, or going on a date with my husband. Maybe I put the goal of reading 50 books in a year, but we'll see. We'll see what I think of whenever we create the bingo board. But for January through December of 2026, these are just going to be kind of like a gratitude or a glimmer a day is what I've heard them called, where basically you just write like one good or positive thing that happened that day, so that you can always be looking for the good in the days. Okay, I jumped ahead a little too far. So then we do get January through March of 2027. Now, I'm kind of torn on what to do here. I do want a spread to swatch all of my Crayola super tips. I have them right here actually. So the other day I labeled all of my markers because I was getting tired of not knowing what color I was using. So like they don't come with numbers or color names. And so if you use it to like use it on a tracker or something, you don't know what color you're using. Like it doesn't say this is cotton candy pink or whatever. And so my thought is that I could just like swatch the color and then write the corresponding number on it so I could see what it looks like on the paper and just have a swatch page. So I don't know if I want to do that here, or there is a page in the back that I think might work better. But anyways, this might be my swatch page, or I saw someone do a media consumed log. So like any movies or TV shows could go on here. So like movies could go on February and then TV shows could go on March, or just combine movies and TV shows together. I don't know. I'd love to know your opinion on how I should use these pages. I think I'm going to do the media consumed, but I already know I don't watch that much movie or TV shows, and so I don't know if they're just going to go blank, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I think of, but yes, you do get January, February, and March of 2027. Then you get to your weekly pages. And I think what I'm going to do here is just like a rapid log of what happened that day. So if I don't get to my daily page on the day, I could still have notes of like what happened that day. That feels very approachable for me. There is a creator that I follow on Instagram. Her name is Jen Boom. And she does phenomenal weekly spreads. Like she does super cute doodles that talk about her day, but it's just, they're like true work of arts. And so, I don't know. I don't want this to be like functional planning. I'm not going to do any like future planning or anything in here, but I think I'm just going to have this be a rapid log of what happened throughout the day for that week. That feels good for me. Okay, then we get the turning the page to a new year. And on these pages, I'm going to write a letter to myself. So I will probably write this on New Year's Eve or maybe the 30th, but just capturing what life looks like in this very moment for 2025. I can write about what I hope 2026 brings, my goals, loose goals, dreams, or just like things that I want to accomplish in 2026 to encourage myself. And then I can always look back at it to see what it is that I said to myself. Then you get the daily pages. So on the monthly blank pages over here, I'm going to do my monthly intentions and goals. So I'm doing this in my Leuchtturm journal now, but I like creating like monthly TBR lists, movies that I want to watch, recipes that I want to try. If there's any events that are going on in the month, I'd like to note that, but just a monthly intention, things that I want to accomplish in said month will go on those pages. And then the daily pages will just be for journaling. So I can use all the washi and stickers, markers that I want to really be creative on these pages and write about what is going on in our life. But I do want this book to be mainly like highlights. I don't want to do a lot of like reflective writing where I'm processing my emotions all the time. That might get sprinkled in it, but I'm wanting this to just be a memory keeping book. Now the memo pages, there's like 6 of them, and so I can do 2 months per page, but this is where I'll do my monthly reflections. So recapping what happened during that month. I've seen people do like reports where they're reporting on like what they're reading, watching, eating, doing, obsessing over. Like there's a lot of different things you can report on, but some sort of monthly reflection I want back here. The timetable, I don't have a hard and fast idea for. This is where I was also thinking maybe the Crayola Super Tip swatch page would be better because there's more boxes back here. So maybe I'll put that back here. I don't know. I don't necessarily have an idea just yet. So to be determined. The graph paper, again, I don't have a plan for. I don't know if I want to do like my own weight tracker, even though that would be a great use of this page, but we'll see. I'll leave it blank for now and just kind of think on it a little bit more. The favorites, I'm going to do my favorite books, so one per month. So this will be, ideally, I would be reading a 5-star read a month, and that could go back here. My 100, carrying over the reading journal, the theme. This is going to be my physical TBR. So I have a bookshelf that's full of books that I've had for many years that I would love to make a dent in. So the thought is that I would write out 100 books, and then as I read them, I can just check them off to see how much progress I'm actually making. Memories of 2026. I mean, I think I'm just going to follow through on what they already have laid out. So our favorite recipes, favorite, fun times, new friends, and then this one is blank. So maybe I'll do like our family field trips. We try to do one a month, so maybe I can write those down here. But yeah, then we just get those pages. Words to remember, this will be quotes from the favorite books that I read. There's 12, so I can do one per month. The 365-day checkoff sheet. So I think Helen from the Coffee Monsters Co. does this, but this will be my steps tracker with a key. So again, I'll do 3 colors, and then if it's a 0 to 5K step day, it'll get 1 color. If it's a 5,000 step to 10,000 step day, it'll get a different color, and then the 10,000 plus step days will get a separate color. I think that will be fun to look back on. Gifts, I think I'm going to do gifts I receive throughout the year, and then addresses and personal notes. I don't think I'll fill it out. So that's my plan for the Hobonichi Cousin. Now, I said I wasn't going to do my processing emotions in there. That's what the Stalogy is for. So I got the Stalogy in an A5 size, the graph paper. This is the 365-day book, and I think I'm just going to do pen and paper in here, but this is where I can do my eyes only journaling. So if there are big emotions I want to process or just write about, I won't have to censor myself in here. And so that'll just be a companion to my cousin. Now, I know that kind of sounds crazy because there's so much room in the cousin, but I don't know, this feels good to me. And so we're going to try it out for 2026. All right, then we can get into the actual planner part of the video. So this is the Day Designer Planner. This is the weekly and monthly calendar for 2026. So they give you some stickers, they give you this pocket, and there are a few extra pages in the front that I don't know that I'll really use. I mainly was looking for a January start planner, but it is interesting that they give you July through December. So those will probably go unused for me. But this is going to be where I actually do planning. So this will be like a home and life planner for me. So this will be where I put any appointments or travel plans that we have for the month. And then this is our weekly spread. So they give you a daily to-do list as well as a notes section that you can write about in there. They do the top 3 things that you want to accomplish that week. And so this will go with me everywhere. This will be in my purse with me for home and life planning. True planning, functional planning, things like that will happen in Day Designer. This is I don't remember the size, but it's not the small pocket size. I mean, you can see by the size of my hand, this is a pocketbook. But, so yeah, it is a little bit bigger, but it's still portable, I think. So I did get this memo book it's just from Walmart. It's the Pen and Gear brand, but this will go in my purse too, just as a scratch pad companion for the Day Designer. I might not need it, but I thought it was cute and it fits in my purse, so it'll go with that. Alrighty. So next we have the Hobonichi Weeks. Now this will be my, what do I want to call it? Budget tracker, finance tracker, as well as my meal planner. I talked about this in a previous video that I'm thinking this will be used for our grocery trips, grocery lists, as well as tracking our finances. So this page, I think I want to write out whenever we eat out, maybe, writing the total just to see, or I can write out when we go grocery shopping. So it'll mainly be every Monday. I typically go grocery shopping and just see how much we're spending on grocery, just because that is the most, that's where the bulk of our money goes, is on groceries when we're talking about your expenses. But anyways, then the monthly spreads, so I said I wasn't going to use this until January, but I did play around with it for December just to see how I wanted it laid out. But this will be for tracking our paychecks as well as our utility bills to see that on a monthly snapshot. Then we get into the weekly spreads. So here I will have our daily spending on this side. On this small column, I will do our dinners, and then this will be the grocery lists. For the notes pages back here, I will do 52 pages will be for weekly, like, budgeting, I guess. So writing out what we planned on spending as well as like what we actually spent on a weekly basis. And then the extra pages, I have like 20 or so, 23 pages back here. That'll be for tracking like Costco spending, birthday wish lists, birthday expenses, Christmas wish list, Christmas expenses, tracking all the things. They do give you, let me flip one more back. Oops, if I could get there. They also give you the favorites pages here. So maybe I'll do like our favorite recipes in here since I'm doing grocery lists and meal planning. I'll do our favorite recipes. And then my 100, I thought about creating like 100 recipes from one of the cookbooks that I have. So I have like the Magnolia Table Volume 1 and Volume 2. And again, I'd like to make a dent in some of those recipes. I haven't tried, I think it's Volume 2. I really haven't done a lot in. So maybe pick out 100 recipes out of there. And if I make a recipe, I can just check it off to see how many I'm making. They give you the same thing in this one, the memories, great food, new friends, fun times, and then a blank one. So I don't know how I'll use it. Maybe I'll do the great food in here, but anyways, they give you that for Hobonichi Weeks as well. The 365 days checkoff sheet. So I thought about doing a dot for like every no spend day, but now I'm kind of thinking maybe this will be where I track if we eat out or not to kind of see how many days out of the year we're actually eating out. That would be kind of interesting. Again, addresses and personal info, I don't think I will fill out, but that is my Hobonichi Weeks. I'm very excited. Like I said, I've already technically used it, so I'm excited to carry that into 2026 with me. All right. Now, this isn't a planner, but this is a OCS Designs journal, just a lined notebook that I got at TJ Maxx. I got one last year and I really liked it. It's a good size. I think it's technically like a B6 size, but in the one that I'm using now, I just do journal prompts. And so I think I want to carry that over into 2026. So this one I think is 176, pages. So it gets me like 5 months, I think, of journaling. I don't know that I want to do daily journal prompts again. I might, but I knew I wanted some type of lined notebook. So that is what we have going on with that journal. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about with you guys are books that I won't necessarily touch every single day, but they are journals that I plan on using throughout the year. So I got the Write the Word journals from Cultivate What Matters. I got the anxiety themed one and then Pray the Word for Seasons of Waiting. I thought they were just stunning, and I've used one last year and I really liked it. This one's new to me, but I'm very excited to use these for 2026. But with my order, they gave me this monthly planner, which is great, but I don't have a use for it. I can find one, but I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about this. It's just monthly. So let me see. Is that good? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so it's just monthly. And so I don't know if I want to do like my Bible reading in here. Maybe I'll do that. I had thought maybe I could do, I don't know. I want to keep YouTube like super low key. And so I don't know that I want to do like planning for YouTube videos in here. That feels like really, I don't know. That feels like a lot, but yeah, but they gave this to me and and I want to use it. And so it has like, yeah, you reflect on, I think it's like every quarter they give you these things. So yeah, it would be great to find a use for this. So if you have any ideas, I'm all ears. I would love to hear how you think I should use this. Like I said, it was free with my order, so I didn't purchase this and not have a plan for it. But yeah, it is pretty neat though. I think you can purchase this on their site. Again, it's from Cultivate What Matters. Yeah. So anyways, that's that. So those are the books, journals, notebooks, planners that I plan on using in 2026. I am super excited, and I plan on trying to set up the Hobonichi Cousin in the coming days. I know Christmas is fast approaching, and so I need to carve out some time because I want to hit the ground running in January. So anyways, look out and see if you see that video on my channel. Hopefully I post it, but I will do a completed setup video for you guys. And anyways, if you have any questions or want to continue the conversation, I'd love to chat with you guys in the comments below. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up, and I so appreciate you if you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.